at number 10, we have a weirdly long mummified finger. What? I mean, look at this picture. What on earth is going on here? The picture was taken in 1985 by Gregor Spory in Egypt. Spory met a grave robber who was the proud owner of this mummified finger, which measured 15 inches long. Wow. If the finger was to scale, then the body that would match the finger would be 12 foot long. Now this is over double the size of an average human male. Is this proof that giants are real? I kinda think so. Next up at number 9, the Loch Ness Monster. That's right, the Scottish legend of Nessie, which dates back to the 6th century, captured in a picture here. The Loch Ness Monster refers to a prehistoric sea creature or monster that's said to live in Loch Ness up near Fort William in the Scottish Highlands. An image supposedly capturing the monster was taken in 1933 by Hugh Gray, but the most famous is this one, taken by Christian Sperling. Do you guys believe in the Loch Ness Monster? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, I have been to Loch Ness. Didn't see a monster, but there was an eerie atmosphere. At number 8, we have an impossible picture from the tragic 9/11 attack. The picture shows an initial 9/11 survivor desperately waving for help on the North Tower around the 97th floor. How is it possible that she survived the impact? Weirdly, the photo also shows a man standing topless in the top left corner, presumably on the floor above. Reports have suggested that the woman managed to escape, but there is no official evidence as to what happened to her. Next up, a very weird light on Mars. So on first look, this picture isn't really that weird, you know. We're hanging out on Mars, it's kind of sandy, and there's a light in the distance. Oh, wait, there's a light in the distance on Mars? Surely this can't be real. It only took us 4.5 billion years to make electricity, and you know, that was like thought up by our population of humans, which I guess old Mars doesn't exactly have. So where is this light coming from? Some scientists have said that this is just a very shiny rock. To me, that's kind of a bit of a weird cop-out. Shiny rocks. What's reflecting off it? Flying in at number 6 is a weirdly historically out-of-place hipster. So guys, take a look at this picture and you tell me what you think is weird. So we have a group of people going about their business in 1940, we've got a chap with a hat, a lady wearing a nice scarf, and oh wait, a hipster. An undeniable hipster. This guy is wearing sunglasses, what looks like a branded t-shirt with the letter W on it, what looks like a bathrobe or dressing gown as we would call it in the UK, and the weirdest thing of all is that it looks like he's holding a portable camera. But this is 1941, like, do we have them there? The kind of camera that he's holding looks like the type of camera that was popular in the 1980s. And actually, on second look of the picture, this guy very much looks like he was from the 80s. What is he doing here? Like 40 years before? Is he a time traveler? I actually dated a guy who looked a lot like the guy in this picture, so I guess maybe that's why it didn't work out. I was dating a time traveler. Crazy. Things are getting undeniably weirder here at number 5. Somebody needs to explain this picture and the mystery thumb. Where is it coming from? So first off, this picture of a group of cheeky youths looking totally normal, you know, like they look like they're having a good time. It's clearly around the late 90s, the kids are wearing New York Yankee hats, Slipknot t-shirts, and generally just look like they're having fun. But on closer look, there is a mystery thumb floating in the picture. Ooh. So look behind the head of the Slipknot fan on the right. No, the thumb doesn't belong to the cheeky chap with his tongue out. Just really look at it. It can't possibly be the guy on the left, as his arm would need to be beyond freakishly long. The next guy in it has his arm around his mate on the left. Sticky out tongue boy has his arms around his friend's necks. And cool guy on the end is throwing a rock hand with his other arm in plain sight. Where is this thumb coming from? Seriously. Ghost thumb? Is that a thing now? Weirder still, at number 4 we have an image of an astronaut seemingly bursting out of a young girl's head. A picture taken in Cumbria in England in 1964 by Jim Templeton of his young daughter holding some flowers seems to reveal a spaceman in the foreground. Now Jim insisted that absolutely nobody was present, he saw nobody in the background of his picture, just his daughter, when he took this snap. He's since sent it away to ufologists who are very, very interested. Both Jim and Kodak, who developed the pictures for him, have insisted that the pictures were real and that developing errors were not possible. Jim said, "I took the picture to the police in Carlisle, who after many doubts examined it and stated that there was nothing suspicious about it. The local newspaper, the Cumberland News, picked up the story and within hours it was all over the world. The picture is certainly not a fake, and I am as bemused as everyone else as to how this figure appeared in the background." Things are getting even crazier here at number 3, where Obama's face has been spotted in a picture taken on Mars. Obama on Mars? Wow. That's right, the 44th President of the United States has been spotted chilling out on Mars. The picture clearly shows a rock sitting on the surface of the red planet that, when zoomed in, looks uncannily like Obama. To me it looks like the head of a statue or something that's fallen off. Obama's statue head. Just there. On Mars. To me this absolutely raises some deep questions. Some experts say that the rock is nothing more than pareidolia, which is when our brain tricks us into seeing human faces in objects. Okay, sure, but why would we all be seeing Obama's face? From unexplainable to downright blooming weird, this picture here at number 2 shows a newlywed couple just tossing raw chickens in the air on their wedding day. I mean, what on earth? Forget the chicken dance, this is raw chickens. Just flying. This couple opted to have a professional wedding shot of them in their formal attire throwing raw whole chickens into the air. I have no context, I have no names, nor do I want to. To me, this is a very, very weird, unexplained photo that's just best left that unexplained. Guys, we have reached that time in the most amazing top 10 where I am about to get to my number 1. Ooh, the tension is mounting. So just to recap here, we have had long mummified fingers, we've had disembodied thumbs, we've had historically dubious hipsters, heck, we've even had weird lights and statues on Mars. But what is coming is, to me, the weirdest and most unexplained picture of them all. At number 1, warning, slightly graphic content. We have a mysterious picture of a leg in mysteriously charred remains. Have a look at this. For me, I'm stumped. No pun intended. What happened here has yet to be explained to this day. This picture is part of a murder inquiry following the death of Mary Reeser in Florida in 1951. Now, Mary seems to have been burnt alive on the armchair that she was sitting on. Her body was entirely incinerated, apart from her left foot. That's right, her left foot remained totally preserved. She was even still wearing a shoe that had absolutely no signs of fire damage. The intensity of the heat has actually incinerated some of her bones, but somehow, despite the fire damage at the top, the leg has remained intact. How is this physically possible? This picture is unexplained to me. Let me know what you think happened here in the comments below. Like, it's just beyond creepy.
10, which is the most serious man in the world. Okay, there's just too many questions that come to mind when I see this right away. Why is there a sign saying I am serious now on him? Does that mean he wasn't serious before? Well, he wants to show he's serious now, and we all know the best way to show that you're serious is to stand on 2 plastic chairs wielding 2 torches as you hang a laptop from your genitals. I'd like to imagine he used a self-timer and had to rush to set all this up. If he did that, it's unexplainable and awesome. Despite this guy's attempt to prove otherwise, this is actually one of the least serious pictures I've ever seen. And it just leaves us with more questions than answers, and we're going to have a lot more questions now as we move on to our number 9, which I'm calling Fish Bread Water Bottle Man. So you can see why I called him that, but can you tell me what the hell is going on? Am I missing some kind of deep symbolism here? Maybe the bread means he is always thinking of food. The fish means he's not afraid to seize opportunities no matter how slippery they are, and the bottle of juice means he has an unquenchable thirst for success. Or maybe they mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. Seriously guys, what do you think's happening? I want to know. I'll let you figure that as we move on to our next picture, which is a Coke party. No, not that kind. The cola party. In at number 8. Why are there so many bottles of Coke in this picture, and why are they wearing Coke bottles on their head? For that matter, why isn't that woman wearing a Coke bottle on her head? That's how weird this picture is. It's making me ask why a woman isn't wearing a Coke bottle on her head. Is she being punished by the rest of the group? Are they some sort of Coke club? Yeah, maybe they all just meet once a month to discuss the best thing about Coke. Or maybe it's a competition. Drink a whole bottle and win yourself a Coke hat? I don't know guys, I'm just trying to help them out because this is straight up weird. What a bunch of weirdos, right? Yeah, absolute freaks. I'm just jealous I don't have a Coke hat. Editor, can you just give me a Coke hat, please? I'm feeling a little bit left out. Oh, there it is. It almost feels real. Oh, no. Alright. I guess the fun's over. Let's move on to our number 7, which I'm calling Dog Bum Salute. Why are there 7 dogs saluting another dog with their bums? I'm presuming it's a salute because that woman seems to be saluting the main dog. Or maybe she's saluting the dogs who are bum saluting. She looks like she's from the military or something. Like, is this some sort of military tactic? Maybe the idea is to confuse the enemy into submission, because it's definitely confused me. I bet some of you guys out there have dogs and you must know how hard it is to train them. So imagine trying to train 7 dogs to do a bum salute. I just realised that until today I'd never said the phrase bum salute, and now I'm saying it like it's an actual thing. Alright, I think it's time to move on to our number 6, which I'm calling Japan in a nutshell. Okay, firstly, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say la in the room, because this guy looks like a mutant Teletubby. Whatever he is enjoying watching a Japanese pantless James Bond take cover and pray behind a dismantled TV. The TV is on, but how's it being powered? Well, through the belly button of a schoolgirl, of course. Duh, like how else? Japan, I love you, but we need answers. You can't keep doing this where you throw weird ass stuff at me and I have no explanation. Although, I guess the best explanation is just Japan. That's not much of an explanation, guys, but it's more than I have for this horse family in at number 5. Okay, right off the bat, those horse masks are amazing. It makes them look genuinely shocked to be in this super weird picture, and they should be, because what the hell is this all about? The most human looking thing in the picture is the actual horse. He looks like he's done this 100 times before though, but guys, either this is one extremely well trained dog, or he's had to dress up as a horse so many times before and has now just given up all other hope of living a normal dog life like his friends. Spare a thought for horse dogs, we jump right to number 4, which is a Japanese gym class. This would be a pretty normal looking picture if it wasn't for the huge chocolate pastry sat in front of them. Oh god, I hope that's chocolate. It looks suspiciously like something else, but anyway, that's not the point. The point is, why is it there? Is it their mascot? Did that girl break her arm trying to get it inside? And why do they all look so serious about it? Except for the teacher, who looks quietly smug about the whole thing. Yeah, Sarah broke her arm getting this beast in here, but look at us now. Now we've got the monster pastry all the other schools want. These unexplainable pictures are clearly sending me mad, so let's move right on to our number 3, which is a contract signing straight out of Disney. When the world is watching you make an important deal and the stakes are high, you want to be surrounded by your most trusted advisors, who, for these guys, are 3 massive cartoon characters. What the hell is this? Okay, by this point in the video, I'm not even going to question why they're there, but please, can someone explain what they have on their faces? What are they hiding from? To be honest, if I was signing a shady deal that I didn't want people to talk about, I think the biggest distraction would be 3 cartoon figures in dresses with their faces covered. With all those frowns, it's time for a smile now, and our number 2 is the happiest man alive with a sewing machine. Okay, I don't know why he's dressed so sharp, and I don't know why he's smiling so much, but at least I could have had a guess at explaining them, but I cannot explain the rest of the picture. Why in God's name is this guy holding a sewing machine? And if he really feels that holding a sewing machine is a reason to dress up and smile on camera, then fine. But what I really don't get is his choice of location. He posted it in front of a crashed van. Maybe his friend crashed the van, and the worst way to mock someone in his town is to dress to impress and flash your brand new sewing machine. Oh, I give up explaining. Alright guys, we've truly seen it all in this video. From bread on the head to the most serious man in the world to a 7-dog bum salute. But I'd say they all look relatively normal compared to our number 1, which involves a cow, a fly, and a whole lot of WTF. By cow, I really mean mutant cow that appears to be getting way too much pleasure from a small pixie-eared fly that is gleefully milking the mutant cow into the mouth of a children's doll. If you had told me this morning that I was going to say that sentence today, I would have straight up called you a liar. But it's not just your regular pixie-eared fly, oh no. Judging by his belt, he seems to be some kind of superhero too. Maybe this is how he saves people? No, you know what, I'm done trying to explain it, I'm done. I mean, what possible explanation is there for this picture, guys? Right into our number 10, which is another fish and bread picture. If you don't know what I mean by fish and bread picture, well, we had this picture in our part 2, and I thought this guy was a one of a kind, but no, apparently he's part of the same club as these guys, although they seem to have taken this bizarre ritual to the extreme. If anyone can explain to me even one part of this picture, then you're more clever than I'll ever be. In order, I want to understand the cucumber, the fish, the bread, and then the milk. Also, bonus points if you guys can tell me why those two are sharing a cucumber. If you guys can't explain that just like I can't, then we should probably move straight on to our next picture at number 9, which involves muscles, high heels, and guns. What did I tell you? We've got a very muscly man who is dressed in what looks like a one-piece bikini, wearing high heels, and pushing a kid in a wheelchair who is wearing a golden hat, golden glasses, and wielding 2 guns. Why? Who knows? The kid looks happy though, and the guy looks kinda mad, so maybe he lost a dare? Either that or the boy is actually a new part of the military whose main objective is to surprise the hell out of the enemy. It must be that because it surprised the hell out of me. So let's talk about our number 8, which I'm calling the human bird feeder. Anyone who's been around seagulls know they go mad for a little bit of bread, so imagine their reaction when they saw this guy, who is covered with what looks like at least 5 loads of the stuff, and for what reason? I bet if they weren't so shocked by it, they would actually tear this guy apart. Maybe that's what he wants though. Maybe this is some kind of crazy suicide attempt? Death by seagull? Part of me hopes he doesn't get mauled to death by seagulls, and then maybe he can come and explain to us what the hell is going on in this picture. But until then, we gotta jump into our number 7, which is a fox at an ATM. Now, if there's something stranger than a fox in a lineup for cash, it's people not finding a fox lining up for cash all that strange. Don't get me wrong, I know foxes are smart animals, I just didn't know they had any concept of money or social practices like queuing up for stuff. But these people are so unfazed by it all that they even let the fox go before them. Even the kid isn't interested. Personally, I wish I could have seen what happens a few minutes later when it's the fox's turn to get money out, although I don't know if it would help explaining anything. Guys, if you thought things were gonna get easier to explain, well, I'm very sorry to disappoint you, because our number 6 is 2 old jockeys. Judging by the look of the pavement and the buildings, I'm pretty confident that this picture is from the UK, but that's as much as I can tell you about it. The woman is riding a motorised scooter, which is pretty normal, but she's pulling her husband in tow on what I think is an old rocking horse. Neither of them look like this is anything out of the ordinary, it's just so strange. My favourite bit is that the man has a whip. Why does the man have a whip? A, it's not a real horse, and B, he's being pulled by his wife anyway. I can't even call the country where this picture is from weird because it's from the UK, and if that's weird then so am I, and I don't really want to think about how weird I am, so let's jump right into our number 5, which is fire. Seriously, these guys are on fire. Why are their dicks on fire? This picture brings a whole new meaning to the Kings of Leon song Sex on Fire. So can any of you guys tell me what possible reason they would have for setting fire to themselves and just sitting casually there like it's their usual Friday night routine? Maybe they're gonna compare the size of each other's flames? I don't know guys, I'm trying to defend these people who set fire to their genitals, but the truth is, there is no reasonable explanation for this, it's just straight up weird. Don't try that at home guys, in fact don't try it anywhere at all. Doing something like that will get you nowhere in life, it will only land you on a list like this. Speaking of this list, we've got a sick orangutan in at number 4. When I say sick, I don't mean it in the good way, I mean this orangutan is actually vomiting. Why? We don't know. Why is he wearing a t-shirt? We don't know. Who is the man comforting him? We know who he is. Just kidding, it's a mystery. I know you guys want answers though, so I'm gonna guess that the orangutan is used to doing human things because he's wearing a t-shirt, so maybe he also copied humans by eating and drinking too much. Or maybe he saw how us humans really live and found our lifestyle sickening and thinks we should return to a life in the trees. Or maybe it's just an orangutan throwing up against a wall. Yeah, maybe we should just leave this picture how we found it, totally unexplained, as we move into our number 3, which I'm calling Klingon Dwarf. For those of you who don't know who the Klingons are, they're a Star Trek alien race that look like this, but in this picture we seem to have a genuine Klingon dwarf. Now, logic and experience tell me this can't be true, but my god, is that makeup or mask pretty convincing. His friend doesn't seem as amazed though, he seems more interested in his bong. Perhaps he's wondering how high you have to get to start seeing a Klingon dwarf. My guess is very. My theory falls flat though by the fact that we can see this Klingon dwarf ourselves, which makes this whole scene one hell of an unexplainable picture. Number 2 now guys, and have you ever wondered what it would be like to dive into a toilet? Well, wonder no more because this guy has all the answers. I say dive, but really you actually have to fit down a toilet to call it diving, and clearly this man does not. Even painting himself like a rainbow didn't help, although it makes for one hell of a photo. I don't know what will possess someone to take a picture like this, and I just really want to know what the rainbow means. Before you think that looking like a rainbow is the only thing stopping you from diving into the magical world of your toilet, take a look at this guy's face. It's the red face of a man who has been in that position for quite a while without any success. Some say he's still there to this day, but I say we've almost reached the end of this video, and so far we've seen more fish bred men, we've seen foxes at ATMs, we've even seen Klingon dwarfs, but our number 1 packs more unexplainable things into one picture than all the previous ones combined, and I'm just going to call it Oompa Loompa. As you can see, the Oompa Loompas make up only a fraction of the WTF in this image. The only normal looking person in this picture is the paramedic who is putting what I think is a man dressed in drag into the back of an ambulance. I don't know what the patient is suffering from, although having an for a stomach is probably pretty high up there. Whatever it is though, the Oompa Loompas seem very concerned. The one nearest the camera is using one hand to comfort the patient, and the other hand he's either holding up in surprise or he's counting how many times this has happened. Either way, in the background there are two giant bunnies that are distraught about the whole scene. I think the one that has his hands on his face in shock is the one to blame for this scene.
In at number 10, we have the inexplicable mouse knife. That's right, mouse knife. This is actually a mouse taped right to a knife. What is going on here? Now, like, is this going to be used as a weapon? If so, how, what, and why? Does it make it more dangerous as a weapon or less dangerous as a weapon? How did they catch the mouse? Why is it stuck to a kitchen knife? I literally don't know. If you do, let me know. In at number 9, we have this picture of a man sleeping on a bed of sliced bread. There are so many strange things about this picture that it's hard to pinpoint one thing that makes it unexplainable. The obvious is that, hey, there's a man sleeping on like 6 layers of sliced bread and, you know, WTF. But second up, there seem to be a few of these bread beds around. Is this some kind of bread refuge center? Is it like the carb cabin? Also, why has this guy taken off his shoes to get on the bread bed? It's not like people can eat this bread afterwards because, like, he's been sleeping on it. What a waste of food. That's right, take a look at our picture swooping in at number 8. It exposes a giant lady. Is this proof that giants are real? I don't know. She's at least 2 foot taller than the woman she's standing next to, and her boobs are literally bigger than this woman's head. Like, actually. What is strange about this picture is that A, hello, she's massive, and B, what is happening with all the fishnet? Is this ever a viable fashion option? I'm not sure. Also, if I were this lady, like being huge and everything, I'd be a little bit upset that my drink is not to scale. I'm gonna need a bigger drink. In at number 7, we have a somewhat medieval Batman. That's right, it's Batman being pulled by a horse. So we're in a field, we're having a great time, Batman's here, but oh wait, where's his Batmobile? Has it been replaced by a horse? No, wait, is that 2 horses? Is it like being pulled along like a cart? Also, why are there palm trees in the background? Like, you're a little far from Gotham City, mate. Like, what is happening? I am literally baffled by number 6. We have a boy in a bathtub with a record, torch, green liquid, racket and smokes. Ah, the classic soak then. I love a good soak in the bath, but what is going on in this picture? Okay, fine, he's wearing clothes. Maybe that's because there's someone else in the room with a camera, so totally sure. But like, is he wearing sunglasses? Maybe it's a bright bathroom. Sure, so far so good. But then we get to the record, the weirdly long tap, the torch, the rope, the trunk from times gone by, the tennis racket, the cigarettes. I mean, what? And don't even get me started on that creepy pink teddy bear. Someone explain this picture for me immediately. In at number 5, we have the polar bear riding man baby. Hello there, sir. What are you doing? Oh, hey, I'm riding on a polar bear and my hairy chest is out, and yeah, we're both wearing pants. Cool. Why is the polar bear wearing matching pants to this guy, and why is it wearing goggles? I mean, what's happening? Also, look in the background, there's a picture of 2 busty ladies wearing very similar pants. Someone please explain this crazy picture for me. Is it a Russian dating website pic, maybe? In at number 4, we have the cutlery boy from the family photo. Now, I love a good low-budget family snap, especially when it's a garden with a visible shed. But what is going on with this chubby boy and all of the spoons? Now, this picture appears to depict a shirtless chubby boy with forks, spoons, and a late 2000s mobile phone stuck to his chest. Why is nobody even looking at him? Why are they acting like this is normal? The only explanation I can find for this picture is that maybe he's like magnetic, but really, is that an explanation? I don't know. In at number 3, we have pancake face family complete with dog. Now, what I find really strange about this picture is that all of the family members look really murderous with pancakes on their face, but the dog looks like a frigging superhero. He's like Pancake Dog, saving the world by just, you know, giving people pancakes. What is so inexplicable about this picture is that A, sorry, what is actually going on? And B, how is this dog not eating his own face pancake right now? This is one well-trained pooch. Ramping up the WTF factor, in at number 2, we have a woman hugging a deer on a bed. So there is a lot going on in this picture. There's a sign that reads, "Congratulations Louise and kids, great show." So, is this Louise? Are we in a play? It doesn't look like it. It looks like we're in some kind of bedroom or maybe hotel. From the picture on the wall in the background, we can tell that the owner of this room loves a deer, so maybe this is Louise's room. But why is she hugging the deer on the bed? And more importantly, what is in that bowl? I don't know. know. So many questions, so little answers. Someone help me out here. So we are here. We are arriving at that all-important #1 spot of our top 10 pictures that can't be explained, part 4. It is a 4-part whammy. And the things we have seen, there's been all kinds of crazy goings on. We've had a mouse knife, we've had bread beds, we've had giant ladies, we've had lost Batman and pancake dogs. But what could possibly be at #1? At #1, we have a distraught banana man yielding 100 bananas in the cereal aisle. I feel like I want to give this inexplicably sad banana a hug. Like, look how upset he is. Like, it's gonna be okay, banana man. You've got so many bananas. Maybe he's trying to save the bananas. I don't know. So many questions here, like why is he dressed as a banana? Why is he holding bananas? Why is he so sad? Is this a comment on cereal without bananas and it being kind of rubbish? The only thing I can depict from this picture is that it can't be in the UK because look at all of the exciting cereal you have in the background. You've got Lucky Charms, you've got Scooby-Doo, you've got SpongeBob SquarePants. Like, we are not allowed fun cereal in England. It's a shame.
So in at number 10, we have this picture right here. So this is a super hard one to understand, but it looks like a horse has decided to sail out and wanted to like take his cat with him. The cat looks super concerned, like what the heck is going on? This is just super random. Well, from horses holding their cats to number 9, we have this. Is this real life right now? What the heck just happened? Okay, let's try to figure this one out together. It looks like a woman is on the subway who looks really happy. Beneath her feet it looks to be like a puddle of blood. So let's follow the trail and whoa, holy crap, there looks to be a dozen dead people just laying there. I think the police should be investigating this one. I don't even know what happened here. I'm a little concerned, so let's move on. Number 8, we have this naked bacon man. For sure this guy loves bacon. Bacon is just everywhere. I wonder if this picture is this guy's profile picture to like pick up women. He's probably like, yo, what's up, bacon? But who knows, maybe there are women out there who loves men who loves to be naked and obsessed with their bacon. All I'm thinking is, if this guy doesn't cook this bacon right now, or puts it into the freezer, there's gonna be a lot of wasted bacon, and I'm not okay with that. We have more unexplained photos at number 7. This one confuses the heck out of me. This person looks to be on stilts, and he also has hand stilts. I'm thinking this guy wanted to change the light bulb, but he didn't have a ladder nearby, so he's like, you know what, let's just build these stilts so we can go change it. Well, he's not an architect or anything, or even a smart person at all of this, but he seems to have misjudged the height and now he's way too tall. This one is a total fail. Number 6 just gets really creepy. This is a man who decided it was funny to put all of the cups and cans that he had in his house on his body. He is like Mr. Sticky Man, so you guys may not want to touch him because you'll get stuck to him. It's almost like this man was a little embarrassed, so he didn't want to get his face in the picture, but he gave us a thumbs up showing that, you know what, this is a good idea. And again, I wonder if this is his online dating profile. It's time for number 5. Okay, wait, holy crap, there is a lot to take in this picture here. This woman is in a bathtub, and that big furry thing that you guys are looking at, that's the woman's dog, and the woman has her baby, or maybe someone else's baby in this bathtub. I don't know, is this a hostage situation going on? And to top it all off, this woman is posing with a gun that is pink. Did this woman just customize a gun to be pink? I think this woman believes that a zombie apocalypse is happening right now, and the bathtub is the only place where she felt protected and safe. Maybe she's watching The Walking Dead way too much. Stop watching it. Don't do it. There's some pictures that just can't be explained, and some you don't want an explanation too, just like our next picture, and this comes into number 4. Okay, so let's look at this. We have this picture right here of 2 full-grown men in a bathtub, not with a pink gun or a very fluffy dog, but it looks like hamburgers are everywhere. I think McDonald's had a sale, but the guy on the left looks super suspicious on something. I think he might have robbed the McDonald's of all the burgers. He might have used the woman's pink gun and told the cashiers and burger makers that he is serious. The guy on the right looks like he's done this before. Number 3, we have this truck that has crashed into a building. This actually happens a lot more often than you think. Vehicles crashing into buildings, people's homes. But what I question is, how the heck did this van flip upside down? This has to be a prank or an advertisement or something. I'm questioning this. The restaurant this vehicle crashed into was Fat Duck Surprise. Well, it's safe to say that a duck got one heck of a surprise. When you really look at this picture, it looks like the van crashed into something and then someone built this restaurant around it, because behind it looks to be like apartments, like this restaurant shouldn't actually be there. So this whole thing must have been like a prank or a joke. What's more questionable than that? Well, in at number 2, we have the Spaghetti Man. This man is loving his life right now. He just got his dream of being covered with spaghetti. The person on the left looks to be like a female or something, so maybe this is like them role playing, where she eats him in the end. So I'm just assuming that it is a girl, because if you look at like her upper body, look, I don't know, is that a bra, is that a bikini top, I don't know. But then if you look at the legs, it looks super hairy. This could be a a girl who just doesn't shave as often, or maybe this is a guy, and maybe this is his fantasy, and he can't wait to eat this guy later. And the person on the left of the picture is who I'm questioning, more than the guy covered in spaghetti. There seems to be a man holding up this device that's going in the spaghetti man's bum. What do you guys see in the picture? Well, before we ask too many questions, let's move on. Finally, we've all made it to number 1. We have this picture right here. This one is just super weird and there's lots happening in it. So let's go through this picture together. Let's state the obvious here. There is a man naked in a bathtub outside on his motorcycle. Maybe he didn't have time to take a bath and then go to work, so he thought, you know what, heck with it. Let's multitask this. By the time I get to work, I'm gonna be clean. But he never thought it through because he would go to work and he would still be naked, but at least he would be clean. Bad luck for this guy because a police officer pulled him over. The police officer stopped his bath time. If you're an officer, how the heck do you ticket this guy? I would be so damn confused. And clearly he doesn't have a driver's license on him. He's busy being naked taking a bath with his motorcycle.